It's back. It's time again for another edition of Coach Speak. Man, it felt good to be back last week, guys. To all of you who watched, all of you who passed it around and liked and subscribed, thank you. Keep it up. Tell people about it. Let's go. We'll do it every week. We got our own channel now. We can have a little more fun with this and, I don't know, maybe diversify over time. We'll do like 9 shows, guys, just a bunch of different kinds of shows, whatever we want.
Hey, real quick, one reminder. We didn't do the Dave Aranda Coach of the Week last week. I guess maybe it was Dave, so maybe that's why, but we need to keep that in mind. At the end of the show, we got to have our Dave Aranda Coach of the Week winner.
So Dave Aranda won the Dave Aranda Coach of the Week.
That's right. Well, that's how it should be. That's how it should be.
Well, especially when you just start back. By the way, that's Corey Clark and Irish Fell. I'm Jeff Cameron. Thanks for watching. Ben has got our clips ready to roll as always. Spicer, what do we got, baby boy? Let's start with Napier, I think.
Yeah, we were all looking forward to this to see how he would respond in the post-game press conference. I believe they were, 18-point favorites, guys? They end up losing by 2 at home. And then in the midst of all that, there was a Florida player that spit on a USF player, I believe. So he was asked if there was going to be repercussions for that, and he did pretty much everything but answer the question.
The conversation with Brendan Betts and how'd that go? And is he suspended? Is he available for this game? Will he make the trip? All those things.
Yeah, Brendan, we spent quite a bit of time with him yesterday. Look, I think that the kid is remorseful.
Okay.
I think he feels as if he let the team down.
He did.
I think he has. In general, it was out of character for him. And he made a mistake, and he compromised the team. He made a selfish decision. He misrepresented our fans, our alumni, the university. And when a young man comes into your office and that's his immediate concern is how he didn't represent this place the right way, I think that's
cost you the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Indication of his attitude towards it. So there'll be some internal discipline. Obviously, he was suspended. And he'll have an opportunity today to apologize to the team, and he's going to apologize publicly. We're even having him reach out to the young man on the other team. So no stone unturned here in terms of maximizing this for him to learn, and also I think for our other players to see how to take ownership of a mistake, and go about this the right way. So.
You said obviously he was suspended. You mean ejected?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't play, right.
But he's not suspended for this game.
We haven't made that decision yet.
So, great job by the reporter. Good follow-up by the reporter, by the way.
Yeah, he clearly, So a couple of layers to this here. I don't know why. So he's clearly lying when he says that the young man came into his office and was very concerned about how this reflected on the fan base in the universe. There's zero chance that happened. Zero. The young man did not walk into his office at any point and say, Coach, after thinking about it, it kills me inside to know that these fans were misrepresented by me spitting on that USF player and the alumni and the boosters and just the Gators everywhere. I feel so awful about how I misrepresented this wonderful universe. There's zero chance that happened. It didn't happen. He just made it up.
It's not the fact that he extended the USF drive, which allowed them to win the game and cost Florida the win. That's not what bothered him.
No.
That wasn't the concern. It was just the image.
Think about how Florida fans were framed, Ira. Framed by this man's actions.
I think, look, he might have cost Napier his job. Maybe he was in there apologizing for that. And look, I do think he was apologetic. I don't think we're thinking I don't think he's making up that the kid felt bad after the game. But you're right. There's no way he felt bad for those reasons. He let his team down. All about it. That's 100% true. Thinking about what it meant to Sally and Jacob in pre-cal, no chance he cares about what they think at all, and he doesn't feel bad for them. I do think he feels bad for his team. He might genuinely feel bad for Napier. I don't think he feels bad at all for the university, because who would at 19 or 20 think about, man, that class in 1971?
Yeah, there's no chance.
I can't believe I represented him like that.
But the best part is Napier saying he was suspended.
Obviously he's been suspended.
And he's like, well, wait a minute. Was he suspended? Oh, actually, no. He just didn't get to play
Well,
the rest of that game,
which
was already over.
Not only was he not suspended, we haven't made a decision yet. Yeah, you have. Yeah, you have. There's nothing to decide. You know instantly. Guess what? You're playing LSU.
Yeah,
your job is on the line. He's playing. You're not.
Ain't no time for lessons. But also the fact that the reporter assumed that he meant ejection was a little odd, right? he goes,
no, he
said
knew.
suspended,
He knew he was a
but
lying ass. He knew damn well.
You said he was obviously suspended, but you meant ejected, like he was kicked out of the game. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, he didn't play. He didn't play anymore. It's like, well, that's not a suspension, you flipping weirdo. You didn't suspend him after he did it. But the refs kicked him out of the game.
But that's why he knew that he misspoke, because he knew that when he goes, he's obviously. What do you mean obviously? He is or he isn't? You didn't tell us.
Actually, was he kicked out? Was he ejected?
Yes.
He was ejected. It was a penalty. I didn't know if he actually got ejected for it.
I think you're automatically ejected.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
but it's
as we call it, a suspension.
That was Mark Long of the AP, by the way. He is a veteran reporter, and he's been covering UF for a long time.
Think about the personalities that guy's had to deal with in that room for the last 30 years. Holy cow.
I just, really quick, I know we got to move on. I don't understand how, if you're a coach and you sit down with your other coaches or the administration, and you know you're going to be asked about that very specific thing right away, how is it that you come back with, well, I'm going to make this thing up about how bad he feels for Gator Nation and how it reflects poorly on, all the great alumni and fans of this university, and how if he feels that way, well, that's punishment enough. That's what you're alluding to.
Yeah.
Because it didn't happen, and he doesn't feel bad. Anyhow, go ahead.
He might feel bad, Jeff. Get the kid a break.
He feels bad for costing his team the game.
Yeah. He does not feel bad for
Tim Tebow's upset. Get the hell out of here with this. Go ahead, Ben.
Hey, guys, I'm glad Coach Speak is back. I'm also glad one of my favorite segments is back, and that is Coffee with Coach at UAB. They brought this back with our guy, Trent Dilfer. Ooh. I sure am glad that they did. Here's 2 clips from the show following the loss to Navy last week.
Was it a bad loss?
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah. Okay. It wasn't good.
Right. When like the first half, you didn't play well defensively necessarily in the first half, but you had a 3rd and 12 that if you get out of that, you make a play there. You had a 4th and 2 if you make a play there. That's 2 different drives that would have kind of been a different sort of script.
Game of finishing, game of inches. It's easy to say after the fact, but I see the same thing. Steve, we're close, and close isn't good enough, but we're close, and that's why we're choosing to be optimistic about it and believe that our players can finish on some of the things they haven't finished on to this point.
And if you look at the matchup on paper this week, it seems like it could be a get-right game, but you said earlier this season that you guys can't overlook anything. What do you kind of tell your players? I think
teams look at us as the get-right game.
What do you tell your players? You're kind of coming off of a really solid performance, but to maintain this and to get better, how do you kind of ground your players?
I would be surprised if this team takes anything lightly. It's a pretty desperate
Have you seen
building.
Us?
If you want to use a word, it's a pretty desperate building for success. So, we know who we play next week too. I don't think there'll be any different approach to this week and next week.
I love that the air of disdain for the school he coaches is omnipresent in his thoughts. I mean, every time he's asked about something that happens, he's like, well, look at us. We're ass, guys. I mean, come on.
If we played the high school down the street, we would not take them lightly. Have you seen our football team? But I love the part, and I don't know if you guys caught in that first clip where he's drinking the coffee, and the guy's like, man, you guys gave up a 3rd and 12. And he's like, yeah. You gave up a 4th and 12. Yeah. I watched it. I've seen these guys play football.
He didn't look like he wanted to be there, but it's cool that he does it. It's cool that he'll have coffee with the boys and talk the game over, but just his mannerisms when he's sitting in front of the mic is like he'd rather be at Elite 11 camp making friends with 17-year-old quarterbacks. Like, that was a fun life for Trent Dilfer, I think. It just doesn't seem like he's having a lot of fun, gang. It does not seem like this is fun for him.
Well, he knows he's a dead man walking. They're waiting for the year to end, and they're going to fire him.
But also, he's not a dead man walking at Michigan or Texas. He's at UAB, so he's like, this is I'm not a good coach. I have not turned this program around, and I'm at UAB. It's just not been a great run for him.
And the athletics director told me I have to have coffee with the reporters on Sunday morning.
Clip 3, Ben, who's next on our list?
All right, another one of my Coach Speak favorites. This is Bill O'Brien, Boston College coach. He's got some hilarious exchanges with reporters following a tough loss to Michigan State. I tried to brighten up the video for those of you watched on YouTube. Not sure what's going on with the Eagles technology, but I gave it my best effort.
I hope it's our fast-talking reporter again.
Yeah, Coach, just some uncharacteristic mistakes from guys.
You're breaking up, man. Breaking up. You're breaking up. Your Wi-Fi's weak. I can't hear you. You're busted. You're frozen now. Next.
Graham, go ahead.
Just being able to take Michigan State to double overtime technically, and in a primetime environment, obviously it's a loss, but do you feel like are you coming away from East Lansing with a lot of positives?
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, I mean, I've said that now 5 times. Yeah, there's a lot of positives, a lot of things to build on. I mean, I've said it now. I've answered the same question 5 times. There's a lot to build on. There's a lot to fix. We haven't played in the ACC yet. We got our first ACC game next week, but a lot to build on, no doubt about it. A lot of positives. It's not great to lose. That's not what I'm saying, but I do think there's a lot to build on.
Man,
I want to go back to the guy. I want to go back to the guy that started.
It's frozen. It's almost like there's a hint of "come on, you dummies" to that intonation.
More than a hint. But I think that's Bill O'Brien. Like, how some people have the resting bitch face. He's just got the resting bitch demeanor. Like, that's just how he talks to everybody, I think.
Well, and I think he's talking to younger reporters, not many, because it's Boston College and nobody in that city cares about that football program. And this is a guy that was the head coach in the NFL. And now he's having to deal with Zoom technology, and not good Zoom technology, where the kid just freezes up and he's like, you're frozen. Now you're just frozen. Next. It's that's not what he thought he would be.
I got Ken over here on the dial-up, like 38, whatever, RAM. He's on his Commodore 64 trying to dial in. I used to be somebody.
Yeah, I got Slappy McGee asking me if we can take away any positives from this game, and I've already said so half a dozen times.
And I don't even believe that because Michigan State's terrible.
Yeah, it's fine. It's still positives. It's still positives.
Oh, good one, Ben. I love it. We should include him every week because I have a feeling that's the way it sounds every week.
Especially those Zoom calls. Those Zoom calls are a unique, just a unique quality of the Boston College postgame.
Yeah, didn't he had the guy like in his grandmother's basement last year?
Oh, yeah.
And the one guy that just sped through his questions so fast that he's like, what?
He knows he's going to get cut off, Corey. He's like, man, I don't have much time. My man's losing patience already. I'm 4 seconds in. Ben.
All right, our next 2 clips, we're going to do a little HBCU action here. We've got Grambling State and NCAA. We'll start with Shawn Gibbs of NCAA in response to a question about if it's worth it to play games like they did versus UCF. The Aggies fell 68-7 to the Knights on Saturday. So is he being a little too honest here, guys?
I mean, honestly, for our team, I don't think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. I mean, we've got 60-plus points put on us, and we lost 3 quarterbacks.
Oh, no.
So,
for me, it was a good environment, great platform, but is that worth it?
No.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm hurt by this.
2 broken legs. We got a broken arm.
Oh, I don't like that at all. You want to hug him, man. He's despondent.
But they got $1.1 million or whatever, $800,000, whatever UCF paid him to come play them. So, no, of course it's not worth it. He's not seeing that money.
Oh, man, that hurts because he understands that they have to play games like that. Small schools do. They all have to, of every division, and that makes their budget for the year. But he's like, yeah, all that we lost was 3 quarterbacks. That's all.
Yeah.
The 60, they hung 68 on us, which was one problem. But Joe, Tommy, and Steve are all having surgery on Monday.
And I don't have another quarterback. So, hey, great.
And $800,000 ain't going to go buy me one in September.
Oh, my goodness. What was the second part of that, though? We have another HBCU coach who's on the wrong end of a beating, or?
Yeah, this is actually pregame. This is Grambling State's coach, Mickey Joseph. He offered up a humorous preview of their matchup against Ohio State.
Oh, okay, good. Nice. Grambling.
That one also did not end very well.
Yes.
That got in the 70s, I think.
Obviously, moving forward to this week, so Ohio State beat Texas 14-7. I mean, just what's your initial thoughts on the defending champs?
Well, first of all, they got a great band, and we have a great band. And we're going to compete as a band.
Okay.
But I'm just joking right now. We understand what we're getting into. We understand what's going to happen. We understand it's not balance in the scholarships. It's not balance. And what they have resources-wise, what we have resources-wise. But we all know why we're playing the game. And I spoke to the coaches today and said, the game better be clean. It better be clean. And clean to me is that we don't have 9 people on the field. We don't have 13 people on the field. It's clean. We play within the system, and we swing.
I like that, dude.
Yeah, he knows. He's a realist. He's a pragmatist. He knows what's coming. And also, hot take: does Ohio? I know they dot the I, but does Ohio State have a good band, or do they just do something famous when they're in the mid?
I'm sure they'll tell you it's in a world-renowned band.
I mean, whether or not they're good, I'm assuming they are, but whether or not they're, I mean, they have 1 billion students. Whether or not
I think they got to be good, right?
Yeah, I'm going to assume, but the dotting the I is what makes them famous. But Grambling's band is awesome too. So I like the fact that he's like, you know what? Yeah, we're going to get our ass kicked in this football game, but let's see what happens. Who's watching who at halftime?
Right.
That's the real competition.
He was right to point out, and I think more people should, and it's true across the board for all the small schools that take these beatings, it's not even the same scholarship distribution. You know, like you got to sometimes remind your fans when you're on the wrong end of a 70-point beating, like, hey guys, it's not a matter of, like we can't compete. Like we don't even have the same number of players as them. We don't have the money they did, just a reminder. The reason it looks this way is we're operating with one arm tied behind our back.
The counter to that, though, is it doesn't stop the band from competing.
Yeah,
they don't have Grambling doesn't have the resource of Ohio State in the band department either, and they're kicking ass. And I bet they hung with them note for note, tuba for tuba for those 15 minutes.
Because bigger, stronger, faster doesn't matter when you're playing the trumpet, buddy.
Corey's being facetious. Corey's being Corey.
But hey, it's the truth, though. Shout out to the Grambling band. I'm going to go ahead and assume they won it. And maybe they dotted the I. There's an I in Grambling.
Perhaps in a runaway. It could have been just as lopsided the other way. There you go. Ben,
just haven't read about that.
Hey, a lot of camaraderie between the band, too. I think the Ohio State band made the Grambling logo at halftime. Then they performed together after the game. So,
well, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay. It's all coming together. All right.
Shout out to the bands. We've got 2 clips here from Dan Lanning. This is pregame and postgame comments regarding Mike Gundy's comments toward him and Oregon discussing the money the teams spend on their roster.
So Gundy was it a criticism of Oregon? Did they spend too much? They spend so much money, and Oklahoma State can't compete.
Nike money. He brought Nike up.
Yeah, he wasn't. He clarified it. Certainly after the game, he clarified he was not trying to take a shot. He was just saying that the reality is, he's like, we spent money on NIL too, but Oregon, I mean, good grief, the money they're spending over there. So Dan Lanning, took umbrage to those comments.
So first clip is pregame, then we have postgame.
Listening to him talk. Like I said, I got a ton of respect for Coach Gundy. Ultimately, how blessed are we to be in a place that's invested in winning? If you want to be a top 10 team in college football, you better be invested in winning. And we spend to win. Some people save to have an excuse for why they don't, right? And ultimately, he's a great coach. They've done an unbelievable job, but I want to be a team that's competing at the highest level. And we're really fortunate to be in that situation. So I can't speak on their situation. I have no idea, what they got in their pockets over there. I'm sure UT Martin maybe didn't have as much as them last week, and they played. So we'll let it play out.
Coach, I know a lot of was made about the comments between you and Coach Gundy about the spending and stuff like that, and there was a lot about just pissing you off ahead of games. Did you and your team kind of have any extra motivation surrounding any of the stuff that was said earlier this week?
I told our team right before the game that it never requires extra motivation for an opportunity to go out and kick ass, but it never hurts when somebody pours gasoline on the fire. So I felt like these guys wanted the chance to go prove who they are. And I'm sure I got a lot of respect for Coach Gundy, but I probably
clearly
at his press conference he's probably saying, "See, I told you so." right? like that's probably what his comment is. But that doesn't change the way we have to play to be a winning football team. And we have good players. One of our best. I don't know. Bryce Betcher played good today. He came here for a backpack and a T-shirt. So I'm really proud of those guys on our team that have developed into great players. Again, the guys that watched other people play last year and now playing for us. Like that's what makes this team great.
Man, you got to get to paying Bryce.
Yeah, get him a couple backpacks at least.
If he's quote unquote one of your best players, he's going to get to stepping soon.
He needs more than a T-shirt.
So that's what he said. He came there for that. I think he's been rewarded since then.
Am I missing something? Like what? Why is Lanning so upset about that Oregon has a lot of money and Gundy said so? Like, yeah, we know that. What's the umbrage he's taken? Well,
Gundy was making excuses before they even played the game, for starters. And secondly, my man, T-Boo Pickens gave them $1 billion. They have got all kinds of money at Oklahoma State. It's not like they're broke. Yeah. He's just a lazy, sorry coach who's given up on his career. And Lanning wants to point out that they're about to take this ass kicking, not because we have more money, and they do, but because he's just terrible. And he hides it by saying, I have a lot of respect for him. No, you don't.
No, not at all. But I get it. But like, why is he talking? What was the gasoline on the fire for the players? Like when he's addressing the players.
Well, I mean, first of all, it's just the same thing as Jimbo getting mad when Saban said he bought that recruiting class. It's not.
For $3 million, by the way, was the rumor for that class. That was 4 years ago, and it was $3 million, and everybody lost their mind.
And it shouldn't be offensive because that's the world we're living in now. But they take it as. It's like, I'm sure the Yankees don't like it when people say, or the Dodgers, you got the best payroll. That's all it is. And so I think it's that. But then the thing about what he said to the teammate, I mean, I'm sure he was fired up in the in the pregame speech and, basically like these guys are saying we bought you guys or whatever. I mean, I think there's an underlying nefarious notion to, we've got the highest price roster, like Ohio State last year. They don't. I mean, you just don't like to hear that.
Well, you don't like it because it's true.
Yeah, but
the Yankees have more World Series titles than anybody else because they're in the largest media market in the world and they have more money to spend.
And the
than
Dodgers have a gazillion dollars.
But my point is, they don't like that to be that's the way
I get it.
They don't have to like it, but that's the reality.
It's weird that that he just takes umbrage with it. Like he said, I thought he was like proud of it, and he should be. And by the way, that guy at Oregon is an enormous problem. He is a very good coach, and they have a lot of money, and I don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon. Like that's a perfect fit for him. He's really good there with a lot of good players, it would appear.
I also like the fact that, and I don't know, that he's kind of embracing the kind of the badass kind of, he's not just trying to be Mr. Nice Guy.
Yeah.
And their setup is the best. Their press conferences, he's like in the Captain Kirk chair.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey man, get the photon torpedoes locked in on Stillwater. Like it is a badass view of their press conferences. Well done, Dan Lanning at Oregon.
Some would say it's the best money could buy, Ira. Some would just
Gundy's got like one little podium from 1964 that he can't even stay behind. It's a different
and I get
era.
it. Like I get his shot about UT Martin. Like, Oklahoma State beat UT Martin, and UT Martin doesn't have the resources, so it's not fair for Gundy to say, well, we can't compete because they have more money than us. I was just more of like the players. I wouldn't think the players don't care. I think it insulted Lanning. Like he doesn't respect me as a coach. He just thinks I bought these guys. Exactly. He doesn't respect what we're doing.
Right. And
there's no way that's rallying the troops in the locker room, though. I wouldn't.
No, but he's just. I'm sure he was doing like, hey, let's kick their blank. They said this. They said that. I'm saying. I don't think that was what he was focusing on, but they did use it as a reason. Because I think they won like 69-3 or something.
They won 69-3, and they scored 69 of those points in 3 quarters. Yeah. So 69 of their points that's the total were scored in 3 quarters.
And how bad is Gundy? Like Oklahoma State has T-Boone Pickens money. They have a lot of money. What is going on?
Well, he should have been fired a year ago. They didn't win a single conference game last year. They should have fired him yesterday. I don't know what they're waiting on.
And not only that, but they fired every assistant coach. So he's back this year with an entire new staff. Everybody on the staff is new, and they're awful. I think this
hope
may
they
be our
don't
last
fire
year.
him though. Like I don't have any love for Oklahoma State. I don't care. I mean, I love Barry Sanders. Hartley Dykes was a dude back in the day.
Thurman Thomas could play, buddy.
I want Mike Gundy to be doing press conferences as long as this is a thing. As long as we have coach speak, I want Mike Gundy doing press conferences.
But he won't be doing them there. I mean, it's over.
Well, he's got 8 weeks. We might have 8 weeks left, Jeff.
Make sure you work them in, Ben, every week.
Please, get them while we can.
It's the swan song. Was that it, or we have one more?
We got 2 more, actually. Cool. We're going to start off with Steve Sarkisian. This is a strange response to a reporter's question about Arch's early struggles.
Oh, yeah, I saw this too.
And grimacing, right? Throwing pains by the
According to
quarter.
who?
Arch.
Arch said that to you?
No.
Oh, according to who?
It just looked like he was.
He doesn't have any.
Is there an explanation to why it looked like that?
I don't know.
Grimacing.
I've never filmed any of you guys when you're using the bathroom, so I don't know what faces you make when you're doing that.
Okay, Sark.
He's so proud of himself.
Sark, you talk.
What a doofus. What a freaking doofus. He thinks that's funny. It makes 0 sense.
Yeah. I would have, and I'm old now. I mean, I don't know how old that reporter was asking the question, but I would have gotten the mic back and been like, look, unless it's been a tough week, I'm not grimacing when I'm going to the bathroom. It's pretty joyous in there. I make a normal face. It doesn't change. Yeah. Your quarterback was grimacing when he was throwing. What was he doing? Was it just loosening up something? Is he okay? Like, that's what I would have come back with, because he didn't answer. The kid never said grimace either, because he kept saying it looked like he was hurt, but he didn't say like his face looked like he was straining.
The oddity in all of this is that now it's become a thing, and that's why he's annoyed. People went back and found him throwing in high school, and he makes grimaces every time.
Oh, okay. It's like Jameis when he would squint, getting the call from the sideline.
What is weird, though, and has nothing to do with this video or that response, when you watch Arch throw it, I'm not a quarterback coach. Boy, that is a motion that you don't fall in love with, and it's followed by a grimace every time. Yeah. It kind of looks like he's shot putting the football. I don't know how that happened, but somewhere along the way we missed that.
Maybe he didn't get taught well by his family.
It's weird. Yeah. It's a weird deal.
Now his dad was the receiver, right? So he didn't have Eli and Peyton around when he was growing up. They were off in the NFL.
I love the fact, and hopefully Ben will bring this back, the still image of the Michael Scott smile when he says the joke. He's so proud of it. Like, I don't know if he planned to say something like that and he was just excited that he got it off, or it was spur of the moment. He's just like, oh man, that was good. And nobody in the world thought that was funny. Not just the reporters. We're not defending the reporters, because the reporters will take shots at the reporters just like anybody else, but it wasn't funny. But he thinks it was really funny.
It's just not even applicable. It's like, what are you talking about?
There was no correlation between throwing motion and what you do in the bathroom.
It'd be like, I don't know how your face behaves when you're doing laundry, but you're like, what? What?
Maybe if you had gone with when you're in bed with your wife, maybe.
Yeah, what's your O face? I don't know what your O face looks like.
No, that would have been even more weird. I'm glad he didn't do that. None of it. No.
Keep workshopping it, Sark. Keep workshopping it.
Yeah, that was rough.
Give us the next one.
All right, last but not least, I think this is a first-time appearance here on Coach Speak. This is Kansas State coach Chris Klieman. I don't know how to say that, but they're struggling a little bit there, the Wildcats. And we talk a lot about some reporter and coach relationships. I wonder if these guys get along or what's going on here. This is a funny back and forth, though. Hold on here, guys.
And they lost this past weekend, right?
Yes, to Army, who lost to Tarleton State in week 1.
They're probably planning ahead.
I want to ask, did you say you were expecting the onside kick? Because most of that front line was bailing out before the ball was hit.
Yeah, no, we weren't bailing out. Fitz, I'll look at the film.
Okay.
We talked about it a million times, and Mikey Bergeron is who I think the ball hit on.
Yeah, he was the one that was most squared up, and he still was sideways.
Well, yeah, but you don't stand.
His body's going the wrong way.
Yep.
He had no chance to cover an onside kick.
Not when it's coming at you a million miles an hour, you know.
Not when it's dribbling, you're running the wrong way.
Yeah,
anyway.
Exactly. Okay.
What's the biggest fix right now?
Pardon me?
What's your biggest fix?
My biggest fix is getting these kids to still believe in themselves. Let me pause. Fitz, I love you, man. You and I got a great relationship, and I don't agree with you, and we'll be okay with that. And I don't want everybody to kill us because you and I are really good friends. If we were doing that, we've got to correct it, okay? Yeah. And either way, it was a hard kick at the kid, and it bounced the wrong way, okay? Our fix is more us making sure we stay together.
Yeah, especially you two.
Woo! Woo!
You think they hugged it out?
They clearly have a good relationship because he would have, any other coach would have lost it on the reporter there.
Let me give you a little bit of background because
have you seen the onside kick yet, Ira?
Yeah, I have. Okay. So I was going to give you this context, but then
are they bailing, Ira? Are they bailing?
Oh, hell yeah! The entire team is running downfield, so they clearly were not. And I think he realized it. I think that may be why he went back. He may have realized I was totally wrong when I said that. But yeah, they're all bailing. In the reality was it wasn't even an onside kick because it was a squib, but it just hit the kid on the thigh and bounced straight back to Army. So they recovered it. Like it ricocheted 10 yards back the other way, but it wasn't supposed to be an onside kick. But the whole thing's hilarious. I mean, everything, how mad he is when he just starts looking down, like you're really going to call me out on this. Everything about
my favorite is the mumble by the reporter Fitz when he goes, well, it's hard to recover it when you're running the other way. And
I'll be honest, I get the feeling Fitz took that loss harder than anybody in that stadium. He was irate.
Yeah.
He was barely controlling himself.
Yeah, he's like, what are you talking about, coach?
Yeah, he's like, well, they were bailing. He's like, Fitz, I love you. But okay, you could love me, but they were bailing. Is that how you teach it? You weren't expecting it? Like he wasn't letting them get away with it either.
He's like, the kid had hit. He was the most squared up.
he still wasn't squared up.
And he wasn't because it hit him on the thigh because he had already turned.
I think the three of us have had that argument with our wife where it's like you're trying to move on and then there's one of us, either side, we've all done it. Like, well, maybe, but, and then you won't let it go and you're kind of like,
but then the worst is when you do, this is where you got to give that coach credit because in those situations, especially with my wife, and she would attest, even if I realize I'm wrong, which happens sometimes, you'll realize it mid-argument, oh, wait, I was wrong. I'm never copping to it. Like I'm never coming back. You know what? And
I don't think most head coaches would.
No.
I don't think that's like a wife or a husband doesn't cop to it. I think most head coaches at a podium, they're moving on, are just really calling out the reporter. But I feel like you're right. I feel like he thought about it and he's like, well, this is not going to play well with my fan base when I look adamant and I am completely wrong.
Well, I was just that's the part. Yeah.
And I've made Fitz a martyr. Like Fitz is a martyr for Kansas State football now because he's calling me out on my lie. So I've got to go back or my, unfactual comment, and I got to go back and make this right because Fitz is right, and Fitz should maybe be on the coaching staff.
Well, maybe Fitz played there, and that's why they get along because clearly he puts up with a lot from Fitz. I know this. I'd like to pretend I'd be brave in that situation, but I once asked Jimbo why he didn't go for it on 4th and 1, and he said it wasn't 4th and 1, it was 4th and 3, and the whole freaking stadium knew it was 4th and 1, and it said and I didn't follow up. I just went, okay, looked like 4th and 1.
Give the reporter credit for following up.
Yeah.
But also give the coach credit for trying to get himself out of it.
Rare bravo moment on the show.
And credit to Army for kicking it right at a kickoff team that had no idea an onside squib kick was coming.
That was well done.
Do we have a coach of the week?
Can we give it to Fitz? Can we make coach
give
speak
the
history
Dave Aranda coach of the week award to the reporter?
That was a great back and forth. And it was like he wouldn't give up the mic. He didn't let him just say whatever. He's like, well, it's hard to be squared up when you're running backwards. Like he's my star. We can call it whatever we want. He's my MVP of the week for sure.
Well, we'll give a bravo to Fitz. I don't think that any of the other coaches did anything all that outstanding.
Ben, you got any nominations for us? Do we have who are we not thinking of? Who Who made you chuckle the most?
I think we've got to just look at things from the perspective of who's going to be not with us anymore anytime soon. And I think we've got several candidates on the list, but for me, it's Bill O'Brien, guys. It's just that whole exchange. That was epic.
Good job, Ben.
You're frozen next. Your frozen next was really great. Yeah.
The Dave Aranda Coach of the Week.
Yep.
Is O'Brien. We got it. Good call, Ben. Good call.
Congratulations, Bill.
All right. That's Corey Clark. That's Ira Schoffel. I'm Jeff Cameron. Ben Spicer helps put it all together for us. We'll do it every week here on Coach Speak. Share it, pass it around, listen to it, download it, celebrate it with a flag in your front yard. Just we don't have Coach Speak flags yet.
Well, they're coming.
But if you want to make your own with our logo, we're not going to come after you.
Yeah.
Feel free. Add it to your Twitter bio, profile pic, whatever you want to do. Just spread the word about Coach Speak.
Spread the word.
Until next week, be well.